Do you get like a battery pack or something?
Mm-mm. No, I don't.
I need a backpack. I need to take my hiking bag.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jen. Hey, Serenity. I'm getting ready to do a podcast. Someone's getting ready to share their story on here. If I can get them on. Hey, are you on TikTok? It's not letting me, I'm live. It's not letting me find you. It doesn't matter. It just always asks me, when I go live on people with people that's... It says, I'm on live right now. It says viewers not matched, though. I don't know what that means. I've never had it say that. I've done it with people that have it before. Just ask me before I go into their live, or before we co-host. It says that they have a live or whatever. Hey, Spartan. It says your live is paused. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Just come and join mine as a guest, and I'll just put in 2 boxes, and we'll just go side by side. All right. Huh?
I can't see you.
I know. I'm not ready yet.
You want some of this?
Mm-mm.
Pasta?
Not right now. Hey guys, I am getting ready to do a podcast with Jacob. He is going to share his story. I usually do it through my streaming software, but he had some issues with the software when it downloaded to his phone, and so we are going to do it on here. I wonder if I can find myself as soon as he comes in. Thank you for the heart, me. We were going to co-host, and for some reason it wouldn't let me co-host with him. Hey.
I'm locking it. Oh. Just pasta and mommy chicken.
Okay.
What up?
Hey.
Hold on. Oh.
No, hold on. I'm going to get it. I'm trying to get it where it's just the 2 of us side by side. Okay. I think we got it. There we go.
What up? Hey, it'd be like, is it invert? Yeah. Be inverted. Feels weird.
We're like, sorry. What's wrong, sissy?
Let me change that.
Thank you.
Here, come on. Daddy got you. Come on, baby. Oh, thank you, mommy. I got you.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Come on.
All right, let me get live on my little podcast thing.
Right.
Okay, so we have to make it kind of short, and you can always come back. Like, we can always come back and do another episode. Like, I don't mind at all. I did a video and said that I was going to push my reading a little bit out, and I would push it further out, but today I'm doing a birthday battle with my friend Scarlett, and so she's, we're going to win that at 4, and so
I was saying, like, we could always do it, like, tomorrow or something, or...
It doesn't matter. Well, we're here now. Let's start.
Right.
Let's give them a little 20-minute tease. We can always finish up tomorrow. Like, I'm cool with finishing up even this week. Like, we don't have to reschedule and go all the way out for another month. Like, I'm cool, like, just finishing up this week, if that's okay with you, whenever you have time.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like to just kind of, did you send me a bio or no?
No, I didn't.
Okay, no big deal. So anybody who doesn't know, I know Jacob from TikTok. His brand is Recovery Over Everything. They kind of do like shirts and all of the merchandise and stuff like that. Yeah, there we go. Recovery Over Everything. There's this logo. For those of you who can see, anyone on Facebook and YouTube, we're doing it backwards today. Usually you guys can see the guest and TikTok can only hear. Today we are live on TikTok, so you guys will only be able to hear the guest. Maybe if my computer wasn't muted, they would be able to hear me. Facebook and YouTube, you cannot hear my guest today, or not see my guest today, you can only hear.
Right.
I love that, Mary. I love that. They were showing some love in another live. I happened to pop in. They must have been talking about me, because when I popped in, they're like, oh, your ears must have been ringing. And I was like, I'm getting ready to go do my podcast. But okay, I'm going to let Jacob start because we're already kind of running late. So go ahead. You start wherever it starts for you. If you want to start in childhood, when your addiction started, wherever you feel like your story starts.
Well, first of all, my name is Jake, and I have a me problem. My sober date, clean date is 4/4/24. Some beautiful little angel numbers there. I come from Cherokee Nation, and very involved in my culture since I was a little kid. But I was raised by Comanche Kiowa men, and that's pretty much like the only ways that I was taught was straight Comanche ways. And so, like I said, I was raised by some strong, proud Comanche men.
I need to know. You said you were raised by Comanche Kiowa men. What's that mean?
Comanche and Kiowa are two different tribes from the Plains, Oklahoma areas.
Okay, I got you now. Okay.
Yeah, Comanches were probably the fiercest tribe on the prairie, known as the Lords of the Plains. Raided everybody. But so like a lot of my native relatives, I was raised by a single mom, but I had multiple father figures, kind of, you know what I mean? But they're, in our ways, like your uncle is kind of like your dad, just they take right, yeah, they take that, their relationship, and help their brothers, you know what I mean, their brother, your parents. So I was a lot of my relatives, a lot of our native relatives are plagued with the disease of addiction, just like a lot of us, and that actually goes back generations, to when they were signing treaties and using alcohol to manipulate and take advantage, because we never had alcohol until it was brought to us, right? So that's been it's been diseasing all of our people, everybody, for a long time. Uh, and I have to take, all the way back, to ancestors, like, to realize the amount of generational trauma that that's lying dormant in not only me but my parents and their parents. Like, it goes down a long ways. Not to mention boarding schools uh, that were atrocious to our people. They were essayed and unalived children after they're snatched from their families. They were essayed, unalived. They were made to essay each other. They had to pick out somebody that was going to perform that discipline on them, one of their peers. And that's the truth. That's the gritty truth of it that nobody talks about. And that traumatizes, it traumatizes those kids, the ones that made it out, our relatives that still lived on, and that didn't know how to deal with that. They didn't know how to deal with that. All they had was a bunch of toxic, unhealthy learned behaviors that they then, that's all they knew. They were completely stripped of, anything cultural, identity, and rebranded with these toxic learned behaviors. And they didn't know how to deal with that. And then they didn't know how to raise their kid, and then they didn't know how to do, you know what I mean? It's a pattern, it's a trend. And so, coming to, this couple generations since the last boarding schools closed in the 70s, but, so just a generation past that, my father figures were all alcoholics and addicts. And, my big brother, he's a cousin, but he was my big brother, I used to watch him drink so much. I had this hatred towards it. And, like, I remember one time, like, because I used to have to go to the hospital and listen to them, drain the what's called out of him, because he was swelling up, the toxins. And so, just to hear him, like, screaming how much it hurt. I went outside one time and I busted all his cans because I was so angry. I was like, how can he keep doing that? I didn't understand. I was young, and then he passed away at, like, the age of 32 from cirrhosis. But I was exposed to a lot of that lifestyle as a child, but I had grown this hatred towards it, until I started trying the devil's lettuce. And when I moved back out here, because I was born in Atlanta and I moved to Oklahoma when I was about 15, and that's when I started trying with alcohol. And, man, I jumped right in and was going hardcore, like 230 packs, you know what I mean, in a night, like, ridiculous.
So can I ask, if you had such a huge hatred toward alcohol as a kid, and then and then at 15 you started drinking. So what kind of provoked or got you started drinking? Because something shifted there. And I get it. Like, I was the same way growing up as a kid. I was like, I hate rugs, because my parents and all the stuff I saw, and then I did them. Like, and especially H. Like, I was really big. I would never do that. I would never do that. I did far worse than that. So I'm kind of curious what happened in your life.
Yeah. So all right. Like I said, so I was, I'm Cherokee, right? And I'm light skinned. So I've always caught shit over that. I've always either been too native to be white or too white to be native. Never, couldn't really fit in. Like, I'd always catch hell from somebody, And so when I went out there, and when I moved out here, I I immediately kind of got that, that vibe, like, who's this guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they made it that I wanted to I was seeking validation so bad, and I wanted to be accepted. And so, like, they were like, we're gonna go out here and drink, party, and I immediately all my anything rational like left, and I was like, oh, I gotta do that if I want to, because I can't not be accepted. I gotta, I have to have that validation. So all my any kind of bias and hatred, all that just was gone immediately. I was like,
peer pressure is tough, especially for children. Like, I get it, and kids, teens, like, it's hard, and especially if you're already struggling with like a sense of self or acceptance and fitting in. Like, I get it 100%. Like,
right, yeah. So it was like, and then and it worked. I was like cool, and I'm a singer, so like in our songs and in our powwows and ceremony, like I sing. So we have something we call 49, and that's like the it didn't originate as a party thing, but it kind of transformed into like a after social thing. And there's a whole story to that, but I'm not getting into that. But but that was like our social thing, and we had songs that we sing at at night, and they were they were changed to have alcohol themed, and like it was it was a whole scene, and I was here for it. I was in my element there, and I still love that. I can now participate in it and not have to drink. You know what I mean? I just go out there and sing and sing for them because they're all buzzed up. But anyways, so I started to travel, and so it's kind of hard to explain to somebody that's never been exposed to it. But like our powwows, then they're just big social dances, and there's a lot of competition, like prize money and stuff, like thousands, like for singing contests, we'll have like 10 brothers or uncle, 10 of us sitting around a drum, and then we'll compete. It's like a battle of the bands, and like we won like 30,000 before, and like a bunch of times, so, and that's kind of like, you kind of get a rock star status amongst natives. Like, what I mean? It's just people are like, they're really good, and I want to be around them type shit. You know what I mean? And it's even to like the basically like what do they call them, like the chicks, the roadies, the chicks that go on tour,
like a groupie,
like a what?
like a groupie.
Yeah, groupies. Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of. Yeah, we had groupies. Like, we called them drum bunnies, but but yeah, you know what I mean? So, but man, with that, there was people that were elevated above me, and I wanted to be cool with them, and they were trying something else. I had my wisdom teeth taken out, and I had, had my first experience with prescriptions, and I was immediately in love. That was, I didn't even care about drinking anymore. It immediately hit me in my soul, and I was reattached. And so, I would do those prescriptions, and like I said, the people that were elevated above me, they were doing something a little bit stronger. I remember we were having a hotel party, and I walked into the bathroom because they went in the bathroom, and I was like, we got some booger sugar? You know what I mean? And they're like, nah, man, it's that H. He's like, you want to float? I was like, of course. What the, you know what I mean? So, and then, oh man, it was all bad from there. I can say, I love to say that I'm proud to say that at least I never banged it, because I know I probably wouldn't be here if I did. Never did that, but I don't have no teeth because I smoked the shit out of it. And let's say I went through about like 4 different overdoses, and like probably around 2015. And each time, dude, it was crazy that there was somebody there. There was somebody there that had Narcan. In 2015, Narcan wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? It was a thing, but it wasn't widespread. It wasn't readily available. And ODing in the parking lot of a grocery store, and the dude pulling up beside me happened to have Narcan, like he was a off-duty paramedic, but God, um, you know, I fell out in a store one time and OD'd. I woke up in a recliner that they were trying to sell with an IV in my arm, and my chest was sore from doing chest compressions. So, I moved out to like LA, and I was supposed to go to school for music production. Like I interviewed with this school, and they were a studio. Like, so the school just puts you in a studio, and you just get all your credits in the studio. And they interviewed me. They're like, "Yeah, we like this guy."
Are you still using it this time?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was still heavy in my addiction because I was about to get to that. So when I moved to LA, I was buying, and I quote, roofing tar off of Craigslist. So I was ready to go to school, and then I had to come up with extra money to pay for the tuitions, like seven. I came up with 3 at first, and it was like 7 racks or something, 10 altogether. And then I couldn't afford it because I had an addiction. You know what I mean? So I ended up not even going to the school and crashing out, basically. But the woman that I was with, I hid my addiction from her. I hid all my ODs, or she didn't even know about it. It was crazy. Super toxic. Horrible for that. But I moved back home to Oklahoma, and I kind of sobered myself up for about 6 months, and got with my kid's mom now, and we kind of hit it back running again. And that's when COVID and the Finney hit, because COVID hit, and then Trump signed that deal where he kind of made it harder for people to sell their prescriptions. They had to come in and UA more and do pill count more. And I remember it like clear as day, like, 'cause he did that, and everybody started tripping out that was doing prescriptions. And then the Affinity just kind of came in, like, started flooding. It was strategic, bro. It was, nobody can tell me different. It was strategic. Because, we had everybody that was, going from COVID, and then, like, it was like a calling. But anyway, that's not going to go there. But, man, when I hit the Finney, and then that's when it all went down, like super down. I was, allegedly, I was moving. I was moving too fast. I'll just say that I was moving too fast, and when I had two babies, 2 beautiful babies. I had 3 altogether, and so one day I was we got a hotel room, and like I said, I was living fast, and my daughter, I left out a straw with a substance.
Real quick, Jason. Did you say 3 kids or 4 kids?
I got 3.
3. Okay. So just real quick, we got about 3 or 4 minutes if you want to find just a good place, and then in the next few days, whenever you're open, whenever your schedule's open, we will make it work in the next couple of days to finish up your story.
Okay. So right there where I was about to get at was heavy. So we'll leave that as a snippet, and then you guys come back for the rest of that. What I was about to get into is a super, like, probably one of the worst, most traumatic moments of my life.
Good. But good
Like,
for where we stopped. Like, I didn't
yeah,
mean good. I mean, like,
yeah,
good stuff.
yeah. Stay tuned for next episode of yeah.
That's right. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. I appreciate that. And just when do we can so I can announce it. When is good for you? What's your schedule look like?
Um, I'm pretty open right now. Whenever's good for you, really.
My schedule, like my weekday schedule, is a lot less hectic. I mean, just the 4 lives. My weekends, my Fridays and Saturdays are really busy. So I mean, I'll message you and we will figure it out and I'll make a video. Yeah,
Okay.
cliffhanger. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too late for the live or for the reading. Like I'm trying really hard to be like on schedule lately, and it's not really.
My
I'm
bro
on
Barry
time.
just
I'm here. Like I'm on TikTok. I'm just not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
my brother Barry just now joined. Damn, you're late, guy. Damn, ending time, boy.
You were late, though. To be fair, like we had some issues. I didn't reach back out last night, and then he saw my message like right in time today, and then we had some issues with the streaming software. We couldn't get it linked up, so we decided to just jump on TikTok. So it was a lot of just barriers that we kept trying to hop over, but we got it figured out now. In the next couple of days, we will finish Jacob's story. I'm gonna probably publish this, and then I'll publish the second one as a second piece, and then I won't. I'm probably not gonna do a podcast official episode until I get both pieces and kind of put them together. But either way, I might do. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. We'll see how it looks like once I edit it out and everything. But I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you hopping the barriers with me. Like that's what it's about. Like I am constantly having issues. Like my tech. Usually it's my tech. Like usually it's on my end. Usually my stuff goes freaking wonky and I can't get it to work and all the things. So like kind of refreshing to not be the cause of the issues today. But I'm just teasing. Thank you though. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for for continuing to try all the things. Like when this didn't work, we tried another avenue and until we got it together because I really
that's what we do. We're resilient. You know what I mean? Can't get us down.
There ain't no little like I'm like, dude, we'll do a phone call and I'll go live on Facebook. Like we will figure it out. Like
Yeah. Real quick, can I plug my
absolutely.
all right. So everybody, so I have my brand. It's Recovery Over Everything, and the reason I chose that name is because you have to put your recovery first. Anything you put before your recovery, it doesn't matter because you'll lose it, right? And that includes your kids, that includes your job, that includes your family. Your recovery has to come first, or you lose everything, right? So that's what that is. I also go live every night around 9 p.m., 9:30, and we go for a while. We read our Elders Meditation from Robriety, so everybody come through. Also, if you're looking for some to recover out loud, I have Shopify. Just I have the link on my channel, but it's just r03store.myshopify. Go check it out. I got hoodies, shirts, everything. I got hats. I got different brands that are in there too. So I got a lot to check out. So come through, give it a look, and then come check out our channel. And then stay tuned for next week's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. How to do the voice.
Such a good sport. You're so funny. I'm looking forward to the next episode where we're gonna have more time and we can kind of like there was stuff I was wanting to like talk about and ask questions about as you were telling your story, and I was like, man, we're like, so like I'm definitely looking forward to that. I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna end this live out and come right back on to do the reading. I'm gonna try to get the computer to work if it will, so that I can post it. So I can post the passage up there. So Anyone that is coming to the reading, give me like 5 minutes. I'm switching devices and I will be back on for the reading. Love you guys, Jacob. I will be in touch and we'll figure out the next episode.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.